Welcome to Nonprofit Nerd Impact Unleashed. Get ready to dive into the world of nonprofit leadership and sustainability, where the passion and unstoppable dedication of those making a real impact are celebrated. With your host, Jarrett Ransom, get ready to explore inspiring stories and game changing strategies of nonprofit leaders from across the sector. In this season, we're focusing on critical management challenges that are key to the long-term success of nonprofit organizations. Nonprofit Nerd Impact Unleashed is your go-to podcast for no-nonsense, in-depth conversations with the real-life superheroes of the nonprofit sector. Get ready to unleash your inner nerdiness and learn how to navigate and overcome the challenges that help build stronger, more sustainable organizations. Now, let's dive in and harness the collective power of our nonprofit networks to create lasting change.
Welcome back, my fellow nerds. This is Nonprofit Nerd Impact Unleashed. And if you've been following along, you know that our first 40 episodes, that's right, 40, have been all about wellness, specifically how nonprofit leaders like you have navigated the delicate balance between both personal and professional commitments. We've had some truly incredible guests who have shared their experiences both openly and vulnerably, and I am so grateful for all of their insights. In fact, a recent episode of last season, guest Jackie McLaughlin shared about how stress impacts the way we make decisions. Let that sink in, because we all know how stress can severely affect our bodies. It can impair concentration, hinder our memory, and cloud decision-making, especially when we are under pressure. It shifts our focus from rational thought to immediate survival, making it harder to make well-considered choices. These are critical points to understand because stress can undermine the foundation of our leadership and how we show up day in and day out to carry out our critical missions. And I don't know a single person in our sector or on this planet right now that isn't experiencing stress at some level. Which brings us to this season. Drum roll, please. Season 5. This new season builds on everything we've discussed so far, and we are diving deeper into nonprofit leadership and sustainability with a focus on some of the most critical management challenges in the sector. Challenges such as workforce management, board governance and evaluation, organizational resilience, and of course, strategies for building sustainable nonprofit models. We are all navigating a turbulent political climate, and many organizations supporting marginalized communities are feeling the strain of financial instability and uncertainty. These organizations need support now more than ever, as well as all of you, our leaders. So in this season of Nonprofit Nerd Impact Unleashed, we are going to dive into these topics with real, actionable conversations and discussions that empower you, our nonprofit leaders, to lead with resilience and foresight. Together, we will explore the innovative approaches and leadership journeys of nonprofit professionals who are not just surviving, but thriving. One of the ways that I've had the privilege of supporting nonprofit organizations is through consulting work as an interim transition leader. During these times of change, I've stepped into multiple roles: CEO, Chief Executive Officer, COO, Chief Operating Officer, as well as CDO, Chief Development Officer roles for many organizations. And these experiences have given me a front row seat to see how different nonprofits approach leadership and sustainability. One of the ways I've had the privilege to support nonprofit organizations is through my consulting work as an interim transition leader. And during times of leadership change, I've stepped into various roles, which include CEO, Chief Executive Officer, COO, Chief Operating Officer, and CDO, Chief Development Officer. These have been roles I've held for various organizations, and these experiences have given me a front row seat to see how nonprofit approaches leadership and sustainability in different ways. I've had the opportunity to witness and support the strategies and operations for over 10 nonprofits during their transitions. And this has helped me to learn what works and what doesn't, as well as seeing how organizations can better position themselves for that long-term success. So we are going to be uncovering strategies for effective governance, looking at how we can build resilient organizations, and yes, nerding out over best practices for sustainable nonprofit management. Nonprofit Nerd Impact Unleashed is designed to be your go-to podcast for candid, no-nonsense discussions with change makers who are truly transforming the sector. And this season, you are going to hear from some amazing leaders in our sector. Leaders like Ellen Carsey of Carsey Consulting Group, Mary Krogan with Bloomerang, Heather Burright with Skill Masters Market, and you're also going to hear from Sean Kozofsky, the nonprofit fixer, as well as Liz Brailsford, President and CEO with the World Affairs Council of Dallas-Fort Worth. That's just to name a few. I want to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to Bloomerang and Chazen for sponsoring Season 5 and the next 10 episodes, including this one. Your support makes these conversations possible. So let's get ready to dive in. Let's embrace the power of strategic nonprofit leadership and explore how we can build organizations that stand the test of time. Let's go.